Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming channel. We're going to be starting a new series today. We're going to be playing through the new Lords of the Fallen. Now this game has a lot of setting and graphical issues right now, so it did take a little bit of finagling and trying to figure out what would work best for us. I think I've figured it out, so hopefully we don't have a lot of like skipping or anything like that. I've played through the first portion multiple times just trying to figure this out. So hopefully we've got it where it needs to be now. Ages pass, distorted self-delusion into faith, with few obtaining the revelation they so desperately seek. In a conflict between the divine, are mortals mere pawns? Whether the flesh of gods or death itself, all will be consumed. For she must feed.
Forgive me. Let's do this weapon of deliverance to a worthier servant than I.
Possessed the metal for this crusader. You failed.
All right. Get into the character creation. So we have the Hollowed Knight, which is kind of your tanky class. Boomerang Warrior, which is like your strength build. Partisan, which is I think you're well-rounded. Yeah, they're kind of equally split out across all the stats. Start with the crossbow also. Or instead infantry. More agility based, well-rounded character though, with a shield and spear. Black Feather Ranger with a bow. Exiled Stalker is your rogue class. Warrior and Preacher is going to be your Radiance or your Cleric type class. Pirate Culted is more as your Mage, your Inferno build. And then Condemned is the like level 1 play at your own risk kind of build. Now, since I have played through the beginning of the game multiple times, I know a little bit about what to expect. Not really what to expect, like how I want to play the game, I guess I would say. And I do want to do, there is later builds that use both Radiance and Inferno kind of equally. So I think I want to go into one of those, which is kind of like if you think about the darkness builds in Dark Souls. That's kind of what it's going to be like. So I think I'm either going to start with either a cultist or a preacher. Now I could start with either of these, and then I just have to level the other one up, or I could start with, say, like the Hollowed Knight and then level up Radiance and Inferno individually by themselves, which that sounds kind of good, honestly, because I do want still like strength and endurance. Yeah, I think I'll go with the Hollow Knight. It means we won't be able to cast spells like right off the bat, but that's fine. I have kind of a weird system for picking your character, changing the face up and stuff. Hair textures are a little off. Good one. Ooh. There's a certain name for that hairstyle. I do not like it. It looks decent. Got himself a large Adam's apple. You want the flowers in the hair? Just give him a 5 o'clock shadow. A little bit of stubble. Looks good. Where this nose tattoo is going. It's a lot more in depth here. Ooh, those are cool. Like that. We want the brightness all the way up. When I'm looking like got some sort of radiation poisoning. You can go red, like a vampire. That looks really cool. That looks pretty good. Like, I can't see the. I have a very hard time seeing most of them. Like, there's supposed to be, what, 20 different ones, and we can't see most of them. Kinda sucks. What is this supposed to be? Ah. Okay. I'm having to change this for every single one. It's stupid. That is. I'll just go with this one. I need anything else. This cheek. Okay. Photo. Tattoos are definitely not needed. I think they look cool. The bottom ones are a lot more saturation, and brightness is like way down on them, making them very dark, which is nice. Identical on both sides. That looks dumb. I know that I want to go the same cross thing on all four limbs. So faded. We'll get nothing on the legs. Man, I like those eyes in that armor. It looks so good. Alright.
Lo, the latest receiver of his grace. Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly. And so does Adyer's wisdom guide my hand in the bestowment of this subsequent boon. Your flesh has been made sacrosanct with the mark of the Dark Crusaders. Prove yourself worthy of this gift. Seek me in the bowels of the bridge. Our work is of the greatest import.
All right. Let's see. Where's the tutorial setting at? Turn them off because I'll just be playing the same thing over and over and over again, but I want to make sure that they're on so everyone kind of gets a gist of what to do, and so that if there's anything I hadn't reached yet, then I figure it out. So, light attack, heavy attack, pretty typical stuff. Man, the attack on this is very quick compared to the previous class I was playing. That's nice. Circles roll. Right stick in as target is block on. Pretty typical. I don't know that we ever picked that up. Fall down here on purpose so we can get it. Yeah, that's what. I've never picked that up because I've never missed the jump. Good to know. So left stick to sprint, X to jump. Man, I really like how quick these attacks are. I was playing with the cultist before. He's got like a staff, two-handed staff, and whew, those attacks are slow. Alright, so it's gonna involve in like your range combat stuff. So you switch to your ranged weapon using the up arrow. You have to hold L2 to be able to like say that you want to use your ranged weapon. And then you have different button combinations depending on what you want to fire, depending on different arrows, different spells, things like that. So we'll do that in a moment. We don't have a ranged weapon right now, but we do have some rocks we picked up. So for now we'll just, oh, we have some didn't know we had some grenades. Throw the rocks on there also. Switch to those. Alright, now you get introduced to the umbral lamp. Switch to it by going down instead of up. And then you can pull it out and just kind of survey your surroundings, and you can see the umbral side of the world, because this game has two different worlds that overlap each other. So sometimes it'll allow you secret passages, things like that, depending. All attacks can be combined. Go two-handed with our weapon. Sanguinix is our heal. In this area, we have to switch into umbral. So hold your umbral lamp and then hold square. You have to lock onto these and soul flay them. So hold your umbral lamp and hit R2. That'll clear any sort of paths that are blocking your way. And then if you soul flay an enemy, you can beat on the thing that comes out, which causes them to take a certain amount of additional damage and stagger damage. Do use your soul flay, then you have to drain certain things to get it back. Make sure you don't miss this. This is like your Estus flash shard here. Allows you to upgrade your heals later. I would say one of the main issues this game had compared to Dark Souls was when it first came out, is the rolling is clunky, and unfortunately the rolling is like still the same in here, so it kind of sucks. So you have dread here. As you stay in umbral, things will start to sense you, and the dangers they bring will hunt you down. And so that circle around the eye like starts to fill up. If it gets all the way red, then all the way around, then it turns red and it just instantly kills you. Real shitty. Like, I don't care how good you're doing. You've been in here too long. Well, that was cool. This allows you to go back to Axiom, which is the main world. Like your campfires, resting places. I feel like most people that watch this content are gonna be like Dark Soul fans, so I'm trying to explain it to like Dark Soul references. L1's your block. It still withers your HP, which is sort of like the Bloodborne equivalent of getting hit, where you can damage the enemy to get the HP back. So you kind of have to balance between blocking and attacking. You can block right before an impact to receive less weather damage and deliver high posture damage. Essentially parry them, and then once you do it enough times, they get staggered and do a grievous strike with the R1. Well, got the first two. So once their stagger gauge is all the way depleted, there's several ways that you can kind of proc it. You could just get another parry at the exact right moment. Or you can do a charged heavy. Or you can do a kick. Oops. Wow. Got me there. That was quick, sir. I almost skipped it. I've seen this so many times and I skip it every time.
Give me that lamp.
So this is a late game boss that, like all Soulborne games, they're gonna kill you right in the beginning. Just how the game goes. So you can sit here and try and fight this. There's really no point though. Dodge to the side for the fire. Comes out here. Dodge through to slam down. Can't damage him right now because the actual thing that can be damaged is the guy on top. Once you die once, you'll go into Umbral. There we go. You're meant to die here. There's not really much you can do. You can fight him, but it doesn't work out very well. I want to say I saw a video of a guy who actually took enough time to actually beat that phase, like get good enough to beat through that phase, and it still is the exact same thing. Once you reach a certain point, he just instant beats you. You perish in Umbral, all your vigor will be dropped on the spot where you died, kind of like your souls. Approach it and hit X to reclaim them. You don't reclaim it before you die again. Permanently lost. Nothing new. Over to the right here first is an item. Hey, y'all. So, gotta be really careful whenever you're sprinting, for example. If you want to like pick something up, you have to stop first, because when you're sprinting, the pickup button is also the jump button. So, if you see someone, it's HP bar, who is blue like this, that means they have a little protector, a symbiotic creature that's protecting them. You have to first switch to your lamp and drain it to kill it before you can even damage them. Have to go into Umbral here. Play this. Get over here. Here's our little guy that just saved us.
I always wondered if there were others. You're probably thinking that lamp's just a tool to be used as you see fit. Take it lightly, and you'll find it's the other way around. Mark my words. I don't know who you are, and I don't care. But since it seems Adyr has you marked, making you a bigger threat to the Rogar serves us both. I've defied the wills of gods and kings. If you know any kind of freedom, you'll do the same. I've defied the wills of gods and kings.
Okay. You can use the vestiges to work between them. Activating a vestige does not actually like respawn everything in the world like sometimes it does. You have to actually select it and hit rest to do that. Find these fragments, you can soul flay them to kind of see a bit of the past. It also gives you an item. So the umbral scouring is from doing that. Man, enemy's got a lot of HP, or we just don't do very much damage. All right, back into Axiom we go. Before we start getting hunted too badly. Oh. Oh. Damage is kind of lackluster. Previous builds I had were like 2-shot and 3-shot in these things. Yes, sir. Where are you going, sir? Corrupted Pennant Mask. Now, this game does love to put enemies behind things, so that's something you gotta watch out for pretty much the whole time you're playing through. They like to put them where they'll push you off things. Ledges are very bad. Look. Nope. Not what I wanted to do. Meant to be in the lamp. Right. We got one more heal. Try and take out this guy. Kind of like a mini boss, or just a difficult enemy. Gotcha. Alright, so these red lanterns you can lock onto and soul flay them, and it takes you to, like, you get revenge for another player that died. So it creates a additional enemy in the world that's not normally there. You just go and kill it and you get an extra reward if you do so. Fully charged heavy attack from behind, kind of like in Bloodborne, does like a substantial amount of stagger damage. You can get your grievous strike off right afterwards. We can upgrade without resting, which is pretty nice. Don't have to rest to level up. Oh, he's actually right here. So it just this enemy was already here, it just give him more HP, damage, stuff like that. Take this guy out first. I'll worry about him. Ooh. Nope. Alright, still can finish him off in Umbral. Bear Revenge and gives some plucked eyeballs. I have not seen the finisher like that, the Umbral finisher. So there's an achievement for getting it. That's pretty nice. Eye of Betrayed Adyr.
Someone! Help me, please!
I don't really know what's going on here. All we want is our humble scouring for doing it, though. Alright, and I'm actually going to rest before I proceed on. I don't know that it'll screw up our lamp. No, we already did the lamp. We revenged the person. Okay, so don't have to worry about that. Well, let's go ahead and level up. So strength, of course, is our damage. Takes a lot of vigor to level up. We only get 2 levels right now. Vitality is our health. Agility would be everything that levels up your defenses, but different resistances come from different stats. Bleed and Burn is the main one. Mana is your Radiance, along with Inferno. Vitality is HP and weight. Endurance is weight and stamina. And agility and strength are just like damage. So 20 health. I'll get vitality up to 15 also, and then strength probably up to 15, and then I'll start pumping Radiance and Inferno. But because we rested, it will respawn. Charge attacks take a very long time to go off. See, we got a ring, stamina and stamina regen, helmet here that I don't really particularly care for. Same with the armor. I never bounced off walls and stuff as much as I've been doing so far this playthrough. A little weird. Compared to what I'm used to seeing. Holy crap. Sir. Where did you come from and why did you instantly die? You?
You carry the lamp long enough, and you'll see history repeat, over and over. If you don't want to keep retreading the same ground yourself should you fall, make use of this.
Alright, so we can make our own little campfires here.
I've given you more umbral guidance than I ever had. From now on, find your own way and stay out of mine.
Get to see a bit of the world from here. These are over here fighting. Ugh. I hate when this guy does this. Got a shit ton of nails. Barely got that. We did not rest, so I didn't get any of my heals back, which is not good. We're almost dead. See what's all up here from these people fighting. That was hot. Started burning me. They're all hot also. Oh. Okay, so this is our first actual boss. Let's go back and rest real quick. Come back and fight it. Didn't know there was a bridge over there. Haven't looked before. Right.
O holy Aureus, by your radiance grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark days, to lay bare the path to salvation for my wayward brothers and sisters, so we may walk it together, and to strike down all those who would see our will defied. Even as our suffering continued, I honored my pledge of patience to the exactor. And yet you now appear before me, a stranger, bearing what was not yours to receive. A betrayal made flesh, and one I cannot brook.
I hate that move. Not worth trying to block that move. Still does stagger damage to you even if you block it. There's her phase transition. I got hit. Starts off, you want to move to the side. and just dodge out of that. These go to the sides. First time always. And it would be one side in the middle for the second time. Okay. She kind of clipped me there, I guess. Got her on the first try. Did take me many tries beforehand, so glad I've learned a little bit. Yeah, even after trying to get like the optimal settings, the quality of certain things, especially like this, just looks bad. But it's not, like, it has nothing to do with my settings. It's purely that's how they animated it in the game.
Brothers and sisters, you honor us and all who came before you with your sacrifices. While I wish they were unnecessary, my wishes will not ease your suffering, but I pray my sorcery does.
Okay. Go ahead and rest so we can get out of Umbra. I keep saying Umbra, but it's Umbrol. We can level up too. 14, 15. So 2 more strength levels, and then we'll start raising the Inferno and Radiance. So this is as far as I'm like extremely confident in my ability to play. So after this, things get a little bit questionable. So it'll be like I'm playing through the first time. I've only made it past this point one time. I've reset every time after that.
Welcome, Dark Crusader.
Reminds me of Big Cat Logan. Dark Souls. That's a little bit choppy. This is like the central hub, so there is a lot to load, but hopefully it will improve as we go.
By Arius's divine will, I live again. It's a miracle. And to think I raised my sword to you, when all along you were a divine instrument sent by him to deliver my death and rebirth and bring clarity. Forgive me, Lampbearer. I'm Pietà of the Hallowed Sentinels. And as Aureus sustains me, so too will I sustain you. Whether by making manifest your potential or through my healing blood, contained within the sanguinarics you carry. Should you find any saintly quintessences, bring them to me, and they can bolster the power of my blood further still. The beacons must be cleansed, the hallowed sentinels restored, and Adyr's malignancy eradicated. Through whatever is to come, fellow chosen of Aureus, we stand together in service of him.
Alright, so let's upgrade our
holy work
sanguinarics.
continues, Lampbearer.
It'll give us an additional charge and 20% increased
Fellow
healing.
sanctified vessel, may Aureus' divine radiance flow through me and into you. The beacons must be cleansed, the hallowed sentinels restored, and Adyr's malignancy eradicated. Fellow
I already heard her say that.
I had no doubt in my assessment of you, as one worthy of the monumental task which lies before us, Crusader. My name is Dunmire, and I am an exactor of the Dark Crusaders, the holy order of which you are now an honored member. The Church of Orien Radiance has assigned to me the duty of purging Mornstead of its Rogar blight, and ensuring the ancient tyrant Adyr knows no liberation from his enduring imprisonment.
I like his pimp cane. Pretty big.
While the schism between the Church and Judge Cleric is of long standing, she and her hallowed sentinels, now perverted, did at least construct Mornstead's radiant beacons, which have prevented Adyr's return for centuries. But now, we stand corrupted and on the verge of collapse. It is to these 5 beacons you must turn your eye. Use the Umbral Lamp to cleanse them of Adyr's destructive influence, and deliver salvation to a world on the brink of perdition. Rogar and Hallowed Sentinel alike will offer you no quarter, so remember, though Aureus' mercy is without limit, yours should not be. You serve a higher purpose.
We purchased from him. Brian Preacher Hammer requires 13 radiance. Preacher Catalyst. Spells that require a catalyst. Shrine Preacher armor.
To strive in darkness, in Rogar and hallowed sentinel, though Aureus' mercy is with.
So the exactors found himself a new instrument, as exactors are wont to do. And given that lamp was intended for me should his paladin fall, and yet now here you are, lamp bearer.
That's big.
Well, it seems I was right to doubt the value of a Dark Crusader's word. I'm Stoneman, captain of the Fidelis, a group of good men and women who've made a stand against the madness which has possessed the rest of the hallowed sentinels. We made a vow to restore our order to its former glory, whatever the cost to ourselves. And by Judge Cleric's grace, we'll honor that vow. That heretical umbral lamp and the Dark Crusaders are necessary evils in these dire times, as are you, it would seem. Perhaps our aims will align further, or perhaps not.
In Radiance, judgment.
So he's got the other. These are all like the starting gear things. Pilgrim's Perch Key. Have to save up to purchase that. I think we've got kind of the best armor on, other than this Mornstead infantry helm. You save up 18,000. Ring of Duty, increase vitality and endurance attributes.
Our
Probably need
immaculate
to
lady
use that
will
real quick.
bring rid that heretical umbral, as are you, it would
Let's see. We should have some of these, which will grant us umbral. Is that enough? No.
In Radiance, judgment.
Probably sell these defense items. Alright, so we're over 2,000 now. So we'll purchase that ring. Or need 3,000, dang it!
Our immaculate lady will bring
Mind.
redemption.
I will not get that right now. Nothing up here. Skyrest Bridge Key. That's not even the key that we can purchase from the guy.
Look at you, a Dark Crusader, a lamp bearer, and a revenant to boot. Aren't you the multifaceted one? Well, we Fidelis aren't as fortunate. We tend to stay dead when we die. And Aureus knows enough of us have done just that. Anyway, like Nathaniel says, you keep looking back, you don't see the blade coming at your front. We set ourselves a task and we have to finish it. Best watch your step out there. Mornstead is a land awash in blood, both deserved and undeserved alike.
All these guys seem so angry at me.
Best watch your step. Mornstead is a land...
That lamp you've got there is heresy, stranger. But then, seems it's getting harder to tell what is and what ain't nowadays. Ah, strange times. But in the end, there's right and there's wrong, and that never changes. And
That is very true.
For our sakes, you know the difference.
Wish more people knew the difference between right and wrong. Pilfered coins to purchase items from the shrine. Do not have any pilfered coins right now. Go through here. Doesn't help us in any way, though. Alright, so this is the area that has the guy. It's the one we're going to eventually use all his stuff to play our build that we want to do. Plucked eyeballs. Shrine of the Putrid Mother. We do have a few of those. That's from the Red Lanterns.
The lamp must be born until the favored child makes themselves known. Only then can the remaining carrion of creation finally return to the void.
So you can upgrade your umbral lamp. And socket umbral eyes. We do have one right now.
Chosen bearer of the lamp, like you I serve.
These are like your void spells, Radiance and Inferno. So those are what we're going to be trying to get. Vestige seeds are good, allows us to set up camps where we want.
Until her embrace.
We'll rest so we transition back out of Umbral. And he's gone. Sure didn't stick around very long.
The beacons must... And Adyr's malignant fellow chosen...
This is probably a good place to stop for the first episode here. We'll continue on from here in the next one, but I hope everyone's enjoying the playthrough of Lords of the Fallen. If you are, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.